Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the Maker's Cave, and today we're going to continue with the Eagle Moss Enterprise 1701D build, and this is going to be issue 4, and it looks like that contains kits 11, 12, 13, and 14, and it looks like we have some more wiring I guess we're going to be doing. There's some LEDs in here for the windows. There's some framework for the saucer section. Looks like kit 12 is some supports for the framework. Kit 13, there is, I don't know what that is, it's a little red piece, but more framework. That was kit 13. And in kit 14, looks like we do have some more LEDs in here and another frame. So let's get the screws out of these and then let's start building. Here we go with issue 4, which has stages 11, 12, 13, and 14. So let's get over to stage 11 assembly. It wants us to bring back the cobra neck, which we have right here. And it wants us to use 11B, which is this window panel here. Some are blacked out, some are clear. That just simply goes into here. They're all sitting in nicely. Now we're going to do some wiring. So it wants us to take the cable that's included with stage 11, the one that has the yellow and the black leads, which are right here, and it wants us to take the LED and bend the cable at a 90-degree angle very carefully. All right, then it wants us to take another lead, which is, keep that straight, which is the other cable, which has a yellow and green lead. And let's see what they want us to do with that. Okay, so they're going to go, the yellow and green goes up top. Hold that in there. And I'm not quite sure how you do this. And the one we bend at 90 degrees goes on the bottom. Get that one is sitting there with my finger. This one goes in here, and then we take this plate and that holds everything in. So we will put this right here. Okay. And I'm going to keep pressure on there so the LEDs don't come out. I'm going to lift this over real quick just to make sure all the lights are recessed in their holes, and they are. Keeping pressure on here, and they get held into place with some BP screws. Okay, all 4 of those screws are in, and there is the windows in there. Let's see if I can, there we go. Okay, so that's done. Excuse me. So we'll put this aside. And now it wants us to retrieve the skeletal section from the previous build. Okay, and here's that. And stage 11 included this framework right here. That goes right in here. These are BM screws. Okay. So it looks like basically that's half the saucer section right there. I'm not sure that's not the whole diameter. I'm sure it's going to have some overhang, but that's pretty beefy. All right, so I'm going to put this aside. And Now we are on to stage 12. So stage 12, we are going to bring back the cobra neck, and we are going to do this whole thing pretty much mirrored all over again. We're going to take that matching piece that has the windows, we're going to slide that in here. You know, we're just, what was this, 4? And there's a lot of wires hanging around already, so this is going to be quite an electrical nightmare later on, getting all this straight. All right, so the windows are in there. Now I have to take the wire that has the red and blue LED, and again, I'm going to bend that carefully at a 90 degree. All right, that's done. And we take this other one, put the angled bulb in the lower of the 2 sockets right before, then take the rear window light, the end of the black, and into the higher end of the 2 sockets. You may find it helps to bend this bulb into shape too. Yes, it will. What actually helped on this one if we bent this up a little bit too. So what I did is I bent that, let me zoom in there. So I bent this one up too. They told us to bend this one up. I bent this one up too so we can get access over here. And it also wants us to bend the other one as well. Okay, so now we have to take, without all the wires getting snagged, we have to put these 2 in here, and the blue and red goes on the bottom, while the black and red go up top. I'm not quite sure how. And then we take another one of these backer plates, that fit in there, that fit in there. That seems like it fit in there pretty easy. Flipping it over to make sure all the lights stayed recessed. They did. And again, I'm not that concerned about light leaks. You know, I think we're just going to live with some of them. I'm just excited to build something this big from Star Trek. So, all right, now those also get held in, I'm sure, with some, yes, BP screws. Okay, so that side, the lights on that part of the cobra neck are done. So again, we'll put this aside and see what's next. And it wants us to hook this up to make sure everything works. Oh, okay, that's cool. So these are the leads, here. We are going to need the battery board and the battery box. Tell me which one to connect these to. I really don't think it matters. Okay, so these are lit up on the back. Now, one thing I've noticed is some of them are really unevenly lit. Like obviously the ones closer to the LED are brighter. There's not really too much we can do about that, I don't think. I wonder if we blacked out the back, but no. Gotta admit, pretty cool. We will disconnect these now. Okay, so the next step in stage 12 put this away over here. Oh, we're doing some more framework. So I guess we need to bring the saucer frame back. And it looks like we were putting on more of these deck supports. I guess that's what you would call them. So we have this here. Goes right here. What are you getting held on? The BMs. I should have known that. Okay, that's screwed in there. And we have two more, so we need to do that on the other side. Now the other wide one. Okay, that is in there. That is stage 12, and now we are moving on to stage 13. We'll put this away again. And now it looks like we are bringing back the cobra neck. I'm going to orient it this way. Well, let me put these two BP screws away. And this stage 13 comes with this red piece here, which is the main impulse engine. And that goes right into, that lives right there at the top of this gooseneck, or this cobra neck. I keep saying gooseneck. And that gets held in there with some DP screws. Okay, the impulse engine is in. Put this away, because now up, and we're back to the skeletal frame, because stage 13 comes with, now I just paused right now because I looked up, and there's this little white piece that came with this kit. I don't know what that gets used for. I don't know what that's used for. I'm going to leave that right there. And we'll just save that. Okay, either way, we're coming back to the skeletal frame, and it wants us to add on this piece right here. And obviously they get held on with some BM screws. Okay, more of the frame is done. I may have to rethink where I'm storing these parts, because this is getting pretty big. All right, so we're going to put this frame away again. And that was stage 13. Now we're on to stage 14, which of course is the other side of the frame. Because in stage 14 they do give you this piece. Four BM screws. I can only imagine how much this is going to weigh when it's all done. Because I'm thinking that if this is the upper frame and we have these supports all over, there's got to be a lower frame eventually. There we go. Almost have a complete oval there. All right, we're going to put this aside so they can just tell us to bring it back later. So we finished the frame for stage 14, and now the next thing it has us doing is taking, this white piece that was left over from the previous stage 13. I thought it was a solid white, but it's not. There's actually a very small slot. Again, I don't know if you can see, there's a very small slot in there. And in stage 14, they give you this very crazy small piece of plastic, clear plastic. And they want you to stick that into here. Oh, okay, that was done. Okay. Done. Now we bring back the cobra head, or cobra neck, and we stick this in the impulse engine. And after we do that, fit the main impulse engine light, which is this thing. It's a small circuit board with some LEDs. I can hear Mrs. Maker now. Stop showing your hands. But I don't know how else to show it to you. So it also includes this little piece here. And it lives like this, I guess. I think there's a certain way it only goes on here. Because one hole, yes, one hole is bigger than the other. So it goes on here. Again. And that gets held on with a BP screw. So that's on there. And the next thing it does, tells you you're going to do, is you're going to take this. Okay, wants to orient the cobra head, neck like this. And then it goes in. And it gets held in with some CP screws. That's in there. Oh, and it wants us to hook this up to a battery box to make sure that it works. Bring the battery box back. Yeah. Main impulse engine lights up. That is it for, I think, stage 14. And that is it for issue 4, stages 11, 12, 13, and 14. So what do we do for this one? We finished off some more lighting for the cobra neck, and we build out more of the frame. Before we end the video, I just wanted to share something with you guys. I'm always looking for new tips and tricks on how to do my videos, because I am by far a professional. I just want you guys to follow along and learn with me with both the models and the Halloween props and any other crafts we do. So I'm always searching YouTube for, you know, tips and tricks. And one of the videos, or rather one of the channels I stumbled across was a gentleman named Damon Hill. He's just starting out too, but he's going and teaching beginners the basic equipment they need, how to use the equipment. One of the things I noticed is he's got like a perfect choice of what music to put with whatever he's videographing. And to me, that's something I've never been able to nail down. I use no music except for my Halloween prop videos, and that's just a static song. So I'm going to put a link to his site up top and down below. And I encourage you to go and watch his channel. They're really neat videos. As a matter of fact, he just put out last week on filters, which is something that I can't wrap my head around. So I want to go and watch that one all about filters. So again, I encourage you, Damon Hill, go over and check his site out if you're thinking about becoming, you know, a YouTuber or a vlogger. So that was issue 4, stages 11, 12, 13, and 14 of the build for the Enterprise D by Eagle Moss. We didn't do too much, but we did a lot of framework. And look at the size of this thing. I mean, and this is just, I'm assuming, the upper frame. You're gonna have a bottom frame, and I'm sure some of the pieces are gonna hang over. So it's gonna be a massive build when it's done. I'm getting really excited about it now. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button. And if you want to see more of what I'm doing, hit the subscribe button. And as always, if you want to be notified when that stuff comes out, hit the bell below. So until the next build, I'm Steve, and thanks for stopping by the Maker's Cave.